Last night, we came to consensus to establish a buy local committee. It will be headed. The point person will be Bryce. It will aim to support the local economy. Last night, we tabled a decision to reestablish the legal committee. Further action will be taken when we can contact all the former members of the legal committee.
Point of information. There are contacts for the legal people at the information booth, as well as contacts for lawyers.
I have a question. One of my friends was the
Is it a question or a point of information?
point of information. Point of information. One of my friends was arrested. Mic check. One of my friends was arrested last week. She needs legal representation.
Go to the info booth.
Go to the info booth.
You'll get the information. There.
Mic check. If anyone was arrested, please come see me.
Please come see him.
We discussed this last night
at
at the GA.
Mic check. Last night, we came to consensus on the establishment of an arts committee. The point person of that committee will be Danielle. The committee is fairly self-explanatory. Last night, we came to consensus that on November 5th, we will be hosting or taking part in a Unity Fest. It will occur after the noon GA, and we will march from here to Civic Space Park. That's all I have. From last night. Point of information. There's no stat.
Okay, all right. Mic check. Pass the mic.
Mic check. We also formed a proposal that was approved to represent the Native people
The Native people.
that have been appointed
I have been appointed.
the leader committee.
Point person.
One person.
Yeah, mic
Mic
check.
check. Point of information. That was discussed last night, and it was decided as an additional consensus that issues pertaining to a specific committee would not be discussed without representation of that committee present. Therefore, we tabled the GA's,
The General Assembly's
establishment of the Indigenous Migrant and Immigrant Committee.
No, it's already been established. It was established on Tuesday. Yeah, it was established.
So it was tabled to discuss anything having to do with that committee.
All right, mic check. Pass the mic.
Mic check. I remember on Wednesday's General Assembly that the Manifesto Committee was blocked and tabled. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You're right.
He's right.
If we want to try to discuss the Manifesto Committee, again, we can add that to today's agenda.
We can add that to today's agenda.
Would people like to do that?
Would people like to do that?
Disagreements?
Okay.
Mic check.
Mic check. Wait. Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Pass the mic.
Pass the mic.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
I think the manifesto discussion
The manifesto discussion
should be put
should be put
on the agenda
on the agenda
of a future
of a future
GA assembly.
General Assembly.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
I just wanted to know
I just wanted to know
if we came up
if we came up,
with a separate term to use
if we have a term to use
that's not manifesto.
that's not manifesto. Okay, mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Clarifying that question. That was the main reason the formation of that committee was tabled. We could not come to a consensus on the formation and name of said committee. All right, mic check. Really quick. Back to the General Assembly. Yesterday. Another agreement. Or consensus. That was made. Is that the smokers. During General Assembly. Would sit in the back. We have people. With asthma. Who can't inhale smoke.
Thank you.
Okay.
Keep your lungs, man.
All right, mic check. Pass the mic.
Pass the mic.
Mic check.
Mic check.
This is why we should talk about our demands at every meeting so that we don't have to repeat ourselves every single time in the middle of a meeting.
So we don't have to repeat ourselves several times in the middle of a meeting.
Mic check.
Mic check. My name
My name
is Steve.
is Steve.
My fiance,
My fiance,
named Amy,
named Amy,
has asthma.
has asthma.
I'm
I'm
allergic
allergic
to tobacco.
to tobacco.
I'd like,
I'd like,
in addition
in addition
to having the smokers
to having the smokers
during GA
during GA
in the back,
in the back,
we would designate a smoking area
a smoking area
so that
so that
smokers
Smokers
would have a place to go. Peace. And we would have to breathe them.
have to breathe.
do we want to add
Do we want to add
that to the agenda
that to the agenda
to discuss?
Simply adding to the
We have a disagreement
We have a disagreement
over here.
over here.
and back there.
And
And back there.
mic check.
I'm sorry. Okay, sorry.
Do you want to voice your?
All right, mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Since we have no vocal disagreement to adding it to the agenda,
The agenda.
we must have consensus or blocks to adding it to the bottom of the agenda. Do we have consensus or any blocks?
Point of information.
It only takes 2 seconds.
Mic check, please.
Oh, sorry. Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
That point in which was just mentioned would only take 2 seconds
2 seconds.
and solve a major problem.
Major problem.
The end.
Do you want to do it right now, guys? Yes.
Was there?
Consensus
Consensus
can be a very
can be a very
long process.
long process.
Don't underestimate
So don't underestimate
any decision
any decision
and how long
and how long
it can take.
it can take.
No matter how simple
No matter how simple
it may seem.
it may seem.
I would like
for
for
us
to get to our agenda.
to get to our agenda.
Thank you.
Mic check. Mic check. In order to move on, are there any blocks to putting this on the agenda?
Agenda.
We have reached consensus.
Reach consensus.
Next on the staff.
We have a agenda amendment by Victor.
Okay.
All right, mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Pass the mic.
Pass the mic.
Mic check.
Mic check.
My name is Victor,
My name is Victor,
and I wanted to talk
and I wanted to talk
about a proposal
about a proposal
that may be part of the manifesto, which I think is a bad. Can you break it up a little bit? About a proposal
About a proposal
which may be part
which may be part
of the manifesto,
of the manifesto,
which I think is a poor choice of words.
which I think is a poor choice of words.
I would suggest
I would suggest. Yeah, finish.
that we call it
That we call it
political action.
political action.
point of process.
Point of process.
We have not agreed
We have not agreed
through consensus
through consensus
to discuss the manifesto/political process, whatever you want to call it,
to discuss the committee
concerning our demands.
concerning our demands.
That may be something
That may be something
we do at an additional
we do in an additional
GA.
General Assembly.
Mic check.
Direct response.
I would just like to say,
I would just like to say,
people in Wall Street
people on Wall Street
have been meeting for over 2 months.
have been meeting for over 2 months.
They haven't even begun
They haven't even
to
begun
try to form a list of demands.
to form a list of demands.
They're still trying to figure out
They're still trying to figure out
just a simple list
just a simple list
of all the million things
of all the million things
we're completely pissed off about.
we're completely pissed off about.
So perhaps
So perhaps
we should work on
we should work on
what we're pissed off about
what we're pissed off about
before we come up with
before we come up with
how to fix it all.
how to fix it all.
Mic check.
Mic check.
As you can see,
As you can see,
I have a sign
I have a sign
that says,
That says,
break up the big banks.
break up the big banks.
I think that is one of the major solutions to what we're pissed off about.
we will discuss that
We will discuss that
at later GAs.
at the later General Assembly.
Let us move on.
Let us move on.
Oh, let's go to this direct response.
Let's go to this direct response.
I have brought
I have brought
Occupy Movement top 3 objectives,
an Occupy Movement top 3 objectives
sign-in sheet
sign-in sheet
for everyone
for everyone
to voice their opinions.
to voice their opinions.
I will tally all of the information
I will tally all the information
and report back to you
and report back to you
via the internet.
via the internet.
Thank you. I think we need.
All right.
Mic check. Okay.
There's a stack. Hold on just a moment.
We can't jump the stack. We have to
I'm
move
trying
on.
to finish.
Yeah, I know, but
But
that
it's a
will
point
be
of
discussed.
process. We're not at that discussion point right now.
I wanted to suggest a committee.
Well, I know, but like right now, since there's so much disagreement, I think that we should shelf it for later General Assemblies.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
The way the GAs work is that oftentimes people spend the time between GAs getting together and forming concise, well thought out ideas, which then are brought after lengthy discussion and lots of thought to the GA. Ideally, the GA is a venue for ideas that have already been discussed to be brought to the greater population. Thank you, that's it.
Can we move on?
Can we move on
To other additions
to other additions
to the agenda.
to the agenda?
Who's got the stick?
Next step.
Okay, I had some points of information. Ghost and Steve,
Okay.
are those still relevant?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I do believe what.
Is it relevant to the exchange?
Okay, all right.
Sorry, next.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Just because I have had lengthy discussion about it now.
Okay.
All right. Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
I would like to personally help organize a group of like-minded individuals who would help to pick up our streets and recycle to show the police and everybody else that we care.
Mark Church. We have a sanitation committee. Please see us at the Welcome Center. We'll get you the people you can speak with.
Mic check. Mic check. Really quick. Clarifying what she stated. She meant going on marches around the city, picking up any trash that we have here in Phoenix. She didn't mean here in the plaza. So, mic check. What the proposal is to add discussion of making a mobile sanitation team that will be added to the agenda. Do we have consensus?
Any disagreements?
I think we should give her the power to do this right now. No committee necessary.
Any disagreements?
Any disagreements?
Consensus.
Yes.